प्रधानमंत्री नवभारतस्य श्रीराम भक्तो विद्वां वरिष्ठः मया समासादित मित्र भावो नरेंद्र मोदी जयतात किलायम। जब आडवाणी जी ने रथ यात्रा निकाली 1988 में, उस समय नरेंद्र भाई मोदी उनकी व्यवस्था में थे। उसी समय से उनकी मेरी मित्रता है। यहाँ तक कि जब हम दोनों मिलते हैं तो ना वो प्रधानमंत्री होते हैं, ना मैं जगत गुरु। दोनों मित्र ही मित्र होते हैं। यह मित्रता हमारी उनकी चली आ रही है, प्रगाढ़ मित्रता, और कोई स्वार्थ नहीं। भिन्न भिन्न प्रकरणों में उनसे हम मिलते रहे, वो हमसे मिलते रहे। संगठन में भी जब थे तब भी, और जब गुजरात में भाजपा का एक प्रकार का विघटन जैसा हुआ, खजूरिया के संदर्भ में, और फिर नरेंद्र मोदी जी को गुजरात भेजा गया, तभी मेरी उनकी मित्रता थी। मैं उनके शपथ समारोह में भी गया, और फोन पर भी मेरी उनसे चर्चा हुई तो उन्होंने कहा कि जगत गुरु जी, आप एक बार दिल्ली आ जाइए। मैं व्यस्त हूँ, नहीं आ पा रहा हूँ। मैं दिल्ली गया, उनसे मेरी चर्चा हुई, बहुत मधुर। जब भी हम लोग चर्चा करते हैं, राष्ट्र संबंध में ही चर्चा करते हैं। इस राष्ट्र को कैसे सर्वसमर्थ बनाया जाए, यही चर्चा हम दोनों करते हैं। भगवान की कृपा से 2019 में भी मोदी आए। मित्रता की सीमा यहाँ तक पहुँची कि मैंने एक बहुत बड़ा ग्रंथ लिखा, जिसको आप पुस्तक कह सकते हैं अपनी भाषा में। 10,000 पृष्ठों में पाणिनि अष्टाध्यायी पर मैंने वृत्ति लिखी। उन्होंने कहा कि आपके लिए ही विशेष कार्यक्रम बनाकर हम चित्रकूट आ रहे हैं। मोदी जी तुलसी पीठ आश्रम में आए, फिर मेरी पुस्तकों का उन्होंने लोकार्पण किया। पहली बात तो उनको कार्य करने की क्षमता बहुत है, उत्साह बहुत है। जो कार्य वो करते हैं वो बहुत निष्ठा से करते हैं और बहुत ही लगन से करते हैं, और राष्ट्र को देवता मान कर करते हैं। मोदी की सफलता का सबसे बड़ा कारण है समय का सम्मान। और जो सबसे बड़ी धार्मिकता का उदाहरण है वो ये है कि रामलला के भूमि पूजन में भी मैं और मोदी जी दोनों थे, और रामलला जी के प्राण प्रतिष्ठा में भी हम दोनों थे। रामलला के प्रति कितना उनको आदर है। एक बार उनका भाषण हो रहा था तो 2014 के चुनाव की रैली में पटना में, तो वहाँ उन्होंने रामचरितमानस की चौपाई बोली, पवन तनय बल पवन समाना बुद्धि विवेक विज्ञान निधाना। जहाँ भी मोदी जाते हैं, जो भी मंदिर उनको उनके लक्ष्य में आता है, तो प्रत्येक मंदिर में जाकर भगवान की अर्चना करते हैं वो, और भगवती की अर्चना करते हैं। धार्मिकता तो मोदी के प्रत्येक कार्यकलाप में छिपी हुई है, और आध्यात्मिकता भी। मोदी स्वयं बहुत आध्यात्मिक है, बहुत धार्मिक है। पर धर्म उनका धर्म पाखंड नहीं है, दिखावा नहीं है, वास्तविक है। धार्मिकता तो मैं तो कहूँगा कि इतना धार्मिक प्रधानमंत्री भारत में अभी नहीं आया, मोदी कह रहा हूँ। उनका मन था कि रामलला जल्दी विराज जाएं, सब कुछ राममय हो गया। भले कभी पैंट शर्ट पहने या कुर्ता पैजामा पहने या कोई भी पहने, पर वो श्वेत वेश में वो संत ही हैं मोदी जी। संत उतना बल्कि त्याग नहीं करता जितना स्वयं करता। अपने लिए कुछ उस व्यक्ति ने किया ही नहीं। राष्ट्रदेव भव, राष्ट्र के लिए जिसे अपना स्वाहा कर दिया, वो क्या चाहिए। विकसित भारत आज उन्हीं की देन है। मोदी जी का ही एक ऐसा नेतृत्व है कि 10 वर्षों में 25 करोड़ लोगों को गरीबी की रेखा से वो ऊपर ले आए।
My first meeting of our current Prime Minister, who was a Chief Minister then for Gujarat, that was way back in 2006 at the Motera Stadium. I was doing my commentary, and then India was playing Sri Lanka. The match was over, so he came for the prize distribution, and it was at the podium downstairs. And that was the time when, in fact, he was standing on the other side, and he walked up to me and said, "Srinath ji, क्या कर रहे हैं आजकल आप commentary बिना?" So that was probably the first meeting. He broke the ice in the sense that, anybody of his stature, I mean, you would be a little wary about getting close to him, but he walked up to me and then said, "आप आजकल क्या कर रहे हैं commentary बिना?" So that was his first line to me, and I was very thrilled to talk to him then. Yes, I think that was a very fruitful interaction what we had with him. We discussed a lot of things for those 15-20 minutes. A couple of things that caught my attention was, he said, give them the infrastructure, give the kids the right infrastructure, and they will learn. Yeah, coaches do play a role, but the more training that is being imparted from the coaches might not be great, but kids should learn on their own. Give them the best infrastructure and they will learn. I mean, this kind of ideas coming from our Prime Minister, which means he thinks deep about the sport. And the other part which we discussed was about yoga, and then how important yoga was, and also about cricket or sport being a syllabus, and then also its constraints to some extent about how it cannot be a syllabus at this point in time, and so on and so forth. So, such deep thoughts about sports was wonderful to discuss with him. Swachh Bharat Abhiyan came from the center. I think it was our Prime Minister's initiative. The local municipal body approached me to take this initiative forward, and I was more than happy to do that. We did a lot of campaigns, and then we made sure that people are aware of what cleanliness means, and it is a way of living is one of the strongest messages that we try to convey to the people. And I think that particular initiative was extremely important for this country. We had to start somewhere, and I think our Prime Minister started it at the right time. And I think it's still going on. And then also the cleanliest city challenge for most of the cities is also a wonderful initiative. Mysore came first at one point in time, and then we slipped again. I think we are third at the moment. So, such initiatives make a big difference in keeping the city hygiene and also clean. Well, I think there were quite a few people who were present at that particular meeting at Raj Bhavan. We all of us were having a chat. For me, I think it's the in-depth knowledge what he brings about sport, and how deeply he can analyze where the country is going in terms of our sport is concerned. The initiation of Khel Bharat, Khelo India, I think that is a fantastic initiative. The infrastructure that has been provided for the SAI, that's the Sport Authority of India, I think all those things is something that that has changed the face of Indian sport. I think by the time I got to see our Prime Minister, even before he could become a Prime Minister, by that time I had already retired from international cricket. So I'm not too sure whether he has seen my cricket in that detail. He might have seen it, but we never shared a conversation on my cricket personally. But of course, he acknowledged, me as a cricketer. That was more important. I have never had a one-to-one messages or exchange of any talks as such. But I think when he speaks to you, when I said that, for the first time when I met him at the Motera Stadium, when he walked up to me and said, Srinath ji, aajkal kya kar rahe ho aap? He personalizes the conversations, and that's the people's skill. I mean, that's exactly what attracts him to many people. I think such efficient conversation will have a huge impact on people. And the second one was at Raj Bhavan, where we had a lengthy chat about uh, sport being a syllabus, and also the kind of infrastructure, what difference it makes to the people of India, and more importantly, the other impact that I've had with our Prime Minister was when I met him in Sydney. This was in 2014, and I was in the same city, and I got a chance to go to his talk. While he was entering the stage, we were all lined up, and then he came up to me and said, "Kya kar rahe aap idhar?" Such personalization, I think, makes a big difference. And then we heard him speak. That was nice. The effectiveness of connecting to people is his strength, and I think his memory is huge, and he recollects everything. Even at Raj Bhavan, when I met him, he said, "Yes, I remember meeting you in Sydney." So that was nice of him. Well, he's he's a complete man. He understands our nation better than anybody else. I think the things that he has done for us in terms of infrastructure, in terms of some of the best decisions that he has made for the country has stood tall, and we all need to stand up and acknowledge. Well, I would say one of the most active prime ministers that we have ever got for our country. It was a massive stadium, and it was a houseful situation. The way the people went gaga over him, and he was a superstar in many ways. And I think right from the word go, he connected with the diaspora brilliantly. That entire speech made a lot of sense. He was the prime minister just then, and he just laid out some of his plans and all of it. So he was, his articulation is so good that it was very convincing for people to sit and listen to him. Well, somebody who started the great initiative of Khelo India, that was a big project. And for somebody to understand that, give the kids the infrastructure and they will know how to scale up their game. I think this is a brilliant thought process, which means he has thought very deeply. Yes, coaches do make a difference, but he said just give them the infrastructure, state-of-art infrastructure, and I think our kids know how to scale up their performance. This is probably one of the striking messages that I got from him, to understand that he has done his homework and he has thought very deeply about the Indian sport. Okay. Our Prime Minister, Mr. Narendra Modi ji, is an absolute unit. We can also call him as a complete man. When our PM said that our children, our kids need state-of-art infrastructure and they will scale up the performance. Yes, coaches play a huge role, but more than that, it is the infrastructure and the originality in which the kids connect to the sport with a good infrastructure. I think performance is guaranteed. That's exactly what he meant, and that deep thoughts made me go, wow, I mean, he has done his homework well. Well, every meeting with him has been very exciting, but a couple of things I wanted to say about our Prime Minister is the way he connects to the sports people and his expression. Say, for example, when Neeraj Chopra got silver in the Paris Olympics, the way he spoke to him, the way he kind of gave him a call and appreciated his efforts. And he had come out of an injury, and then he said, "You did a great job, bahut mehnat kiya aapne. Silver is still a great effort." And then he congratulated him. That's very important. Number two is that Gukesh, the the chess master, the world master. The kind of conversation that he had with him after winning was terrific. What it does is basically you know that the whole country, and I think starts from the Prime Minister, is watching you playing. So you don't stop there. I think you want to better your performance every now and then. So that's exactly what happens when man of PM stature speaks and personalizes his greetings and also his follow-up with the sport, with that particular player. So that's number two. Number three is the way he has handled our Olympians who were about to leave the shores. And that was the time when he spoke to everybody. And then a follow-up after they came back, again he met them and then spoke to each and everybody. Whether they got the medal or not is the issue, but connecting them again and then praising them for their efforts. I think that's exactly what the world leader should do, and that's what our Prime Minister has done. When India lost the World Cup finals against Australia in the same place at Motera Stadium, that was the time you need a Prime Minister to walk into the dressing room and say a few good words. The players were disappointed, they were dejected. I can understand their feelings. It's not the same. I have been in that situation in in South Africa when we lost the 2003 World Cup. Here is your Prime Minister walking into the dressing room, cajoling everyone, calling Rahul Dravid and then patting his back, hugging Shami and then, encouraging words for Rohit Sharma and Virat Kohli. That makes more meaning of the sport that you are playing. Wonderful gesture by our Prime Minister. For me, his leadership is largely to do with the groundwork, preparation and in-depth analysis of a particular subject. I think that is always in the forefront. I think he is never unprepared for anything. I mean, he has so many things on his hand to think about. I mean, he has to lead the world, he has to lead the country, there are a lot of other big responsibilities, but he gets into the finer details of the sport. And that's wonderful. So it all leads to a leader preparing himself to the occasion, and that is in the forefront. Well, when we met him in Raj Bhavan, I think one of the discussions was making sport a syllabus. I think that's a great idea. But then we have problems with the implementation, which he acknowledges as well. I think that has to start somewhere, and he has thought through it quite well already. So I think it's not far away. I think NEP has already had this idea of bringing sport as a syllabus into the education system. So, that's a wonderful idea. For a Prime Minister to think so deeply about sport is I think, it's going to benefit the country and the sport itself. When we met him in 2023 at Raj Bhavan, one of the main topics were about sport being a syllabus in our education. I think we desperately need that. I think our country is growing. I mean, our economy is doing so well. So I think economy and sports go together, and therefore I think sport being part of the syllabus makes it easy for the kids to take sport as a profession. So, these kind of thoughts definitely helps, at all levels. Going back in my childhood days, I couldn't even think about making cricket as a career. But with these kind of ideas being in place and once implemented in a proper manner, I think kids can see sport as a profession. I wish our Prime Minister Modi ji a happy birthday on his 75th year, and I hope he continues looking after this country and have a long innings.
He's a visionary leader. He used to really take care of the people when they are in the bad times. He encourages the people under his leadership for last 10 years. If you are seeing the space program in India has grown exponentially, very high rate. He has given very good roadmap to create our own space station.
कला क्षेत्र में, संगीत क्षेत्र में बहुत सारे परिवर्तन आए। जब जब कोई भी प्रधानमंत्री, जब कोई भी देश का मुखिया आया, बहुत कुछ किया, लेकिन प्रधानमंत्री श्री नरेंद्र मोदी जी के कार्यकाल में जो बदलाव आए वो इतने प्रखर, इतने मुखर हैं कि कला और संगीत क्षेत्र की विशेषता देखिए कि कई गायक संसद में गए और गायकी को इतनी बड़ी वैल्यू दी गई कि जब प्रधानमंत्री जी ने अपने 9 रत्न चुने अलग अलग क्षेत्रों से, तो एक गायक भी आपका कैलाश खेर उनके 9 रत्नों में शुमारी हुई।
Here's wishing our Honorable Prime Minister Shri Narendra Modi ji a very happy birthday. आप जो हमारे देश के लिए कर रहे हैं, I know that it's commendable and all the future generations are going to benefit so much from it. I truly hope and wish that you live for very many years, leaving your fabulous legacy, setting the right kind of leadership, guidance and examples, and taking our nation to the absolute pinnacle that it deserves to be on.
Happy birthday, Modi ji, and many, many happy returns of the day. All the work that you have done as service for the benefit of others and for the welfare of others. I remember when we first met, I think this is exactly the kind of leadership that India needs and wants, and I wish you all the very, very best for the years to come. I think this innings of yours is one that we are all really looking forward to, and we look forward to your engaging with the country in the way that you always have and with the world.
आदरणीय प्रधानमंत्री श्री नरेंद्र मोदी जी, आपको 75वें जन्मदिन की हार्दिक बधाई और शुभकामनाएं। यह अवसर न केवल आपके जीवन का एक महत्वपूर्ण पड़ाव है, बल्कि पूरे राष्ट्र के लिए भी गर्व और प्रेरणा का क्षण है। आपने अपनी दृढ़ निष्ठा, अथक परिश्रम और दूरदृष्टि से भारत को एक नई पहचान दी है। आपका व्यक्तित्व शक्ति, साहस और संकल्प का प्रतीक है।
One of the most memorable things that happened for us as a company, Honorable Prime Minister Modi Saab visiting our plant during COVID time. There's a time nobody would like to travel, but he took the extra long journey, taking a risk of traveling when there was no vaccine available in the world. And he traveled all the way from Delhi to Hyderabad. He visited our plant. He spent 1 hour with us, employees, and we were all charged. We felt as if we can win the world, nothing less than that. When I was even telling that we have highest number of the 90 years old people who were taken our Covaxin, he said, why 90? 96, my mom took Covaxin. And that's a touching to us as a scientist. What else you want a scientist? It's not the money. It's the leadership recognizing us. That's a phenomenal success for us.
सहस्रशीर्षा पुरुषः सहस्राक्ष सहस्रपात् सभूमिं विश्वतो वृत्वा अत्यतिष्ठत् दशांगुलम्. These are verses from the Purusha Sukta, and they describe the infinite possibilities of the Purusha. And somehow every time I think of Prime Minister Narendra Modi ji, it's the Purusha Sukta that crosses my mind. The Purusha is believed to have 1,000 heads, 1,000 hands, 1,000 eyes, and all the infinite possibilities of the Purusha. Modi ji somehow represents that for me as the Prime Minister of this nation over the last 11 years. He has addressed every possible burning issue of a nation like Bharat.
नर मुनि सब कीरति गावें, जन्म लियो अवतरावा चल हो सखी मंगल गावो। सांस्कृतिक पुनर्जागरण का सौभाग्य देने वाले, विश्व भर में भारत का मस्तक गर्व से आगे सुशोभित करने वाले प्रधानमंत्री नरेंद्र मोदी जी, मुझे लगता है पूरे भारतवर्ष का सौभाग्य बनकर उन्होंने दिल्ली में देश की बागडोर संभाली।